Okay, so Betsy DeVos and the Department of Ed has the opportunity to automatically discharge student loan debt for disabled veterans. They have right now where you can send in the necessary information to have your student loan debt forgiven. So it's, well, for disabled veterans. So it's there already. 47 states, 47 out of the 50, and 4 out of the 5 U.S. territories have asked that the Department of Ed, headed by Betsy DeVos, would do an automatic forgiveness, because what has to happen now, I think it's like 25,000 or 49,000 people that qualify for it, something like that. But what happens is they fill out the necessary forms and mail it to the Department of Ed, and then that's how they get it done. But some of them are disabled to the point to where this is an obstacle to do all that. So 47 states and 4 U.S. territories have basically petitioned the Department of Ed to do an automatic forgiveness. The spokesperson for the Department of Ed said they didn't want to do that because if the automatic went through, then that might stop them from qualifying for additional student loans to further their education. So if they wanted to go get a master's instead of just, whatever. So that would hinder them from doing that. So it doesn't look like the automatic thing will go through, but let's see. Will the Department of Education enact an automatic forgiveness for debt? We start with the moon. Something unseen. Something's a little deeper into why. Well, I won't speculate there, because what my initial reaction is, it's not something they want to do, this whole debt forgiveness thing anyway. But they're asking for like $1 billion to just automatically forgive all of their debts. And like I said, the Department of Ed spokesperson said that they didn't want to do it that way because if a veteran then comes back later and says, I want to take more classes, so therefore I need another loan, they may have a problem doing so because they have the automatic discharge thing. But let's see. 7 of Cups. Yeah, it's not clear. It's something else. It's not the automatic discharge thing. It's not that they're going to have problems later on. That's the PC answer. You got mystery and then like clouded mind. So a lie, basically. And then justice. Why justice? 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a budget that needs to be balanced, that in order to do the things they want to do, they can't necessarily fit in all the things you want. And they're okay if you don't get what you want because they still need to get what they want. Queen of Pentacles. There's your Betsy. and then the Fool above the Justice. So this is not, now, like, I'm not trying to pass judgment on what they're trying to do, because it may be true that they would have problems if they had some sort of automatic discharge. I don't really know. But there are some who cannot go through with your requirements because they're too taxing based on their disability. Those should be reached out to and said, okay, let's do an automatic forgiveness for these in particular ones, because they sent out all the forms that everybody needs to fill out, and they haven't gotten them all back because all of them cannot send them back. So the VA steps in, the attorney generals from 47 states and 4 U.S. territories said, hey, can you just do automatic discharge of these student loan debts? And then you get the lie, basically, wrapped around something legal. And then you have the Fool. So it's almost like the wool over the eyes type of thing. 5 of Swords. Across from Betsy, you got the dishonor and win at all cost. Like I said, what she wants is in the budget. What you want, maybe not. The new action is in the fear. So there may not be a new action on that. Is basically what that is saying. The Emperor is in the environment. Those who rule. And the 7 of Swords. So the sneaky and underhanded right after those who rule. And then the Wheel of Fortune. This is fate in time. So in time, this may work, but right now with this administration, I don't see it. They've already pushed back with their statement of it might hurt you in the long run, so I don't see it happening. You have the stability and the money, and then waiting. So military discharge of money, we'll have to wait until the current education administration is gone.